Hello, this is Robert Dick, and welcome to the first of my instructional YouTube videos, and I'm making these in conjunction with the good folks at Eastman Musical Instruments. They make Eastman flutes, Amadeus flutes, and Haynes flutes. Today I'm playing on a step-up instrument. This is an Eastman 420. It's got open holes, offset G, low B, and it's made out of sterling silver. As we go along and I make more videos, which will be coming regularly, I'll be playing on the various models of Eastman's and Amadeuses and Haynes's. What I'd like to start with in this first lesson is how to use your voice with the flute for the purpose of banishing bad days. If you're like me, you probably have, at least I used to have, good and bad days that didn't seem connected to how much I was practicing. Some days I would pick up the flute and it was there. And other days it would take an hour to play the first note, no matter how good I had sounded when I finished the day before. It drove me crazy. And if you're like me, your teacher probably told you that all you do with your throat is keep it open. We just keep it open but not active, just open. And the open throat certainly did improve things from the tight throat that people used to play with a century ago. But the open throat per se is the source of good and bad days, because what we need is a tuned throat, a throat in which the vocal cords are constantly active, silently singing in tune with what we're playing. Now, what does that mean actually? It's named throat tuning, and it works like this. Behind, and here's an example of a famous piece we all know, that little bit of chaminade is except that I'm doing it silently, which means that when I'm playing, I'm not actually singing, but if I did bring in my voice at any moment, it would come in tune in some octave relationship. I was just throat tuning 2 octaves below the flute, which is where most male flutists will operate. Most female flutists will be 1 octave below the flute, unless the flute is in the 3rd octave, and then we need to lower the octave of our voice even yet another octave. The octave is not that important. Intonation is. Now, this means that we all actually have to sing, and sing every day. The flutist who does not sing every day is not going to realize his or her potential. It's as simple as that. Now, when I was a teenager, I had an enormous inhibition against singing. You couldn't get me to sing, period. And it was only when I realized how important it was for the tone of the flute that I just started to sing. And you can too. And you'll be amazed at how much better you'll get. Every day it will get better. If you find that yourself saying things like, I can't sing, I can't hold the pitch, it doesn't mean you can't hear the pitch. It means that the connection between your ear and your voice hasn't been worked on. And if you sing a few minutes every day, it will start getting worked on, and it will start to happen. Don't worry about it. It's gonna work. All you have to do is do it. And it's so important that everybody has just got to do it. And you'll love it. Now, here's how to start. We need to find out the lowest note that we can sing and play the flute, singing really, really easily. So I'm going to start on C natural, and because my voice is lower, I'm going to sing 2 octaves below the flute with the syllable oo. And now just sing and play down the chromatic scale. And the lowest note that I can sing easily today is G natural, and for most folks, male flutists, it will be G natural, 2 octaves below the flute, and for female flutists, G natural, 1 octave below the flute. Let's now take Toffanel and Gobert, number 1, and do it this way. First repetition, play. Second repetition, sing. As you sing, keep the flute in playing position, make the fingerings, but open your mouth and let that nice ooh come out. Third repetition, sing and play together. And the last repetition, play. But as you play, feel your voice, really feel it, and hear it in your mind's ear. I'll bet anything that that fourth repetition, the tone is going to come out richer, louder, stronger, more resonant, and really sounding like it's coming from much deeper inside you. And that is because it is. When we play, the sound of the flute is radiating through our body. We are much more than just an air pump. So the sound energy is going back through you. It's being shaped by the mouth, the throat, the chest, and of course your flute. So much more is going on inside of you than there is inside of the flute. That's why when you play a different flute, you still sound like you. Now, as we go along, over the next several lessons, I will take you through more and more steps in throat tuning, but that's how to begin. Just start on Toffanel in the key of the note that's easiest for you to sing, the lowest note that's easiest for you to sing, whatever key that is. It doesn't have to be G, and continue for a couple of minutes until you feel the first signs of tiredness, and that's all you need to do. Don't force the voice. Don't go past when you're getting a message that, hey, we're getting tired down here. Okay? So whether or not you are just doing classical music, behind that is, or some wild Hendrix multiphonics, throat tuning is at the very center of how we make our tone.